Hey y'all, Matt here from Bid Fix Flip, and this is my first car flip. I actually purchased this truck behind me at auction. So in this video today, I'm gonna be showing you everything that it looks like, what it needs, those sorts of things. And then also at the end, I'm gonna be going over exactly how much I paid for it. So go ahead and leave your guess in the comment what you think I paid for this. This is a 2015 4x4 Dodge Ram. It has 177,000 miles on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what it needs, damage to it, all those sorts of details. So first of all, let's look at the exterior. I do have a dent in the bumper. I believe I'm going to be able to pull that out. So this side is just kind of shoved in. Looks like it ran up against a pole or something, as it does have a nice little crease running up through there. I am going to need some new tires. I'm about at the wear bar on these. So before I flip it, I'm going to throw some new tires onto there. Has a little bit of damage here on this little rubber piece for the running board. I believe I should be able to purchase just the one, or if not, I'll just replace all four of them on each side. Everything is good all the way across. I did have this open because it is throwing an evap code. So I'm going to go ahead and get a new gas thing, and I'll show you what my code scanner says on that. The topper, no issues at all with that, except for it didn't come with keys since I purchased it at the auction. So I'm going to have to find keys for this specific topper from ARE. And this one actually opens the windows on all of these sides. Again, no damage at all on this. Does have a clean title, so no accidents, incidents, any problems like that. And as you can see, everything is nice and straight, besides, the leaves and crap on top of it from having it parked underneath some trees. Let's take out the inside. This is what it looks like on the inside. Obviously, it's going to need a good cleaning. Just, you're talking here on the door panels, carpets. I'm going to go ahead and clean, detail everything. It does have some dirt and such on the seats. Can pop this one up on this, and you can see, the seat belts are dirty. That sort of deal got going on inside of there. Now, this is going to have four-wheel drive. Does have a backup camera with it as well. This is, I believe, the first model year that it came with a backup camera. AC works good. No issues at all with that. So that's going to be what the interior of the front looks like. And then interior on the back, it does have these cool little toolbox things, one on each side. You can easily store stuff in. And then the seat in the back does also fold up. Came with a free fire extinguisher as well. So that's going to be what it's going to look like here on the inside. Now, this thing is throwing an evap code, as I said, but the check engine light is not on from it. And then on the code scanner, it's literally just saying that there's a small evap leak, and then it says replace the gas, what's it called? I guess the gas cap is what I think it says on the actual code. So I'm going to grab a new one of those. The only real issue with it is going to be, I've got three things, and I believe they're all going to be related. So I got my ABS light on, traction control light, and this brake light that are staying on. I've got no issues with the brakes. I actually drove it home from the auction. And then the TPMS is flashing, and I've actually got one tire that is not reading at all. So let me kind of show you that. I believe that's going to be the ABS sensor that's going to be on that back wheel. And I believe that's messing up all of those, causing all of those issues from what I have looked at online. Now, I did go ahead and start it up, and as you can hear, it runs perfectly, no issues at all whatsoever. I'm going to change the oil on it, just so that way I know it's got fresh oil in it. I'm going to throw some Pins oil or some Valvoline Restore and Protect into it as well, just to make sure it's works on the older vehicle, as it does have 177,000 miles. Now, I want to show you the receipt from the auction. As you can see, my final bid that I got it for was $6,000. However, they charge a 10% buyer's premium, and then my tax title, that was going to be $330, and they also charge a $125 dock fee. So although my original bid was only $6,000, I actually ended up paying almost $7,100 for the truck all in. So what do you think? Did I get a good deal or not? I believe I can flip this one for around the $10,000 to $12,000 range. Obviously, how good of a deal it is will really depend on how much I end up spending. If I have to chase a lot for that ABS code, for that traction control, the wheels, having the new wheels is definitely going to be probably the most expensive part of all this, hopefully. The most expensive part of getting this truck fixed. But I'm excited to get going. So this channel, for the next few videos, are definitely all going to be about this specific model, this specific truck, going through all the different parts that it needs, the repair process, what all of that looks like here. And then, of course, I'll show at the end what I eventually sell it for, hopefully with a profit.